proved he can last at the top of the chart for more than just 7 days. Be able to hold on for yet another week, or will he be knocked off the top by a new challenger? Find out in less than an hour as we bring you up to date with the UK's definitive R&B chart. Before we get going, we have a special co-host in the studio. She's already on camera. You're supposed to keep her off camera. In time, honoured tradition. Before we reveal who it is, here are some clues. If you can't see her already. She's described as the most famous person to hail from Leeds. Ooh, heavy. She also...
Emmerdale in Leeds.
Forget Emmerdale. You also took tongue piercing to a new level.
Made all the little kids get them and they all got infected.
I don't know about little kids, I'm thinking about older people. She ran naked through the desert on a video shoot.
I did, and I do that often at home in my garden. You know, the whole naturist vibe, feel at one with the trees and the greenery. Yeah.
She's from the most successful female group in the world. No doubt. And some say she's a little scary.
No, I'm not. It's only if I don't like you I'm scary, but I like you. I think you're great.
Thank you. Melanie B. Why don't you sing your name in your song?
Melanie B will make you feel alright.
See, it's Mel B. Welcome back, Mel. An old friend of the lick. We love her. And the last time we spoke to her, you was preggers.
Pregnant, yeah, very pregnant.
That was over 18 months ago.
Nearly 2 years, yeah.
Nearly 2 years. You got a new album coming out. You got loads to talk about.
Yes.
So instead of having her for like 10 minutes on the show, we decided to come and sit in on the whole show. Tell us all about it, because she's down. So let's go to video number 10 while me and Mel catch up. You've got a boyfriend, go away.
I know, I'm just trying to catch your dimple off you. I like it.
What is she like?
A really cute dimple.
You're flat! Now, Mel is not a first-timer on the lick. She was here a while back. Take a look. We said a few months ago, we said, OK, let's look at it. You're the best dancer in the group.
Ah, you're just
no, you're the best.
Because I'm here.
Listen, when I saw Wannabe...
When I see...
Can we just rewind that again? Yeah, I got a lot of mileage out of that, Mel.
Did you?
Yeah, that rewind kiss thing, but you were pregnant, so it didn't really mean that much to me. I think you were just being nice to me, you know what I mean? I think you'd be nice to me.
No.
But you're pregnant, you were pregnant, you had your baby, you look fantastic, I've got to say.
Thank you, been in a bit of training.
Looking fantastic.
Thank you.
No, obviously...
You don't look too bad yourself.
I do my best, Bo. But you know what? What's been going on between now and then? We read in the papers, but, you know, in Mel's world.
What do you mean, professionally or personally?
Just give me the professional first.
Professional, done my own album, finished Spice album, done a short film, gonna go to America for 3 months next year, and had a baby and been a mother, and she just started nursery as well.
Has she really?
A big event, yeah.
Well, that's a lot for professional. We'll talk about the personal a little later in the show. So back to the chart. Here's this week's bubbler first. OK, I'm going to warm up. Mel's been really hyper and I've been a bit too cool, right?
Yeah, but I was thinking maybe I should be more like Word instead of like, you know...
Well, why don't you be like me and I'd be like you?
I don't know if I'd like that.
Anyway, now listen, I've got a bone to pick with you. We did that interview with you 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Because you had a single, I Want You Back out.
I think I want you back. Your love has made a deep impact. I know it might sound wild, but damn, I think I want you back.
Yeah, the whole world thought your album was going to come out 3 months later, so we thought we were on a scoop here.
No, I never said that. What happened was I was on tour with the Spice Girls, and I got a call from Missy, who said, I really want you to do this track. And I had no intentions of doing anything solo. No intentions. I went in there, I recorded it, and after I'd finished it, I was like, wow, I think this is pretty cool.
You performed it at the Mobos as well.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
So then it kind of got in my brain and I talked to the other girls and I was like, actually, I wouldn't mind doing my own solo project. But obviously with timing and stuff like that, you've got to wait a while till you finish one thing.
So, you fell into it. But the other girls planned it. Because I wonder, you know, the Spice Girls, all of you, you know, 4 of you.
Yeah.
And you've all got solo careers as well as the Spice Girls, and I'm thinking... If I was a Spice Girl, all that money, not being funny, I'd sit there and go, yeah, you girls go and do your albums.
We haven't got as much money as everybody thinks we have. I wish I had. How many million am I supposed to have? 25?
25.
I wish.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. You're all right. I just mean you don't have to make albums, do you?
No,
you guys don't have
that's
to
true.
make
But at
albums.
the end of the day, I am a grafter. I come
There you
from
go.
a grafting
Yorkshire,
background.
Yorkshire.
Do you know what I mean? You work, you earn your money, and, you know, you get out there and you do your thing. And it so happens I'm in a pop group, and I wouldn't want to stop working. I wouldn't want to sit there and go like that.
That's what I figured. So tell us about your album.
My album?
Yeah. How many tracks?
My album's really great.
Her album's
would
really
say
great.
that.
You know what? You know what? It's got a parental advisory sticker on it.
Well, because of one song.
We'll talk about that. It's not nothing to do with the way she's dressed. But let's get back to the chart. OK, that's the end of part one, but join us after the break when you can see a little something special from Mel. Just nod.
Yeah.
It might be a new tattoo. Just nod. It could even be a new video. Stay tuned and you'll find out after the break.
Am I really giving it away now?
No, you're great. The lick chart with me, Trevor Nelson. Now,
I can't help doing that every time I think.
you know what? Mel B's in the house, of course, because she can't behave herself. The woman's so full of it. Now, you've got a new single, Tell Me.
Yes.
OK? You got a new single, Tell Me. I want you to tell me, number one, about the content of your song, because it's got overtones of somebody mentioned in there. I'm sure you're trying to mention...
There was no names.
No.
Yeah.
But you were married. Let's just get it out, Mel. Come on. Let's get it out.
No, it's about a very bad time in my life. And my way of dealing with it was to write a song and express... It was like doing my own therapy.
Who produced it? Who produced it?
Rodney Jerkins and
Sounds
Fred
like him.
Jerkins.
Sounds... I told ya! My researchers.
But
you know what I mean?
the only thing I didn't let him say, Dark Child, because
Yeah.
I just hate that. Every song he does, Dark Child. We know it's Dark Child.
Yeah, I do like Mel. She gives it to you straight. She
But
gives
I'm not having that on
Who
there.
did the video?
The video was done by a guy called Nigel Dick.
And tell us about Nigel Dick. No, tell us about the video.
About the video. It was in a power station, and
Yeah.
they did it up to... they did it out to make it look like, God, on my lingo, an LA, like, side street. So it's very cold in there, and it's good.
In the studio in our lick chart today with me is a reluctant superstar, Mel B. The thing I like about you, Mel, I'm not putting you down, but you're the most down-to-earth superstar I know.
Well, you got to be, aren't you?
No, you don't.
Otherwise, you'll be off with the fairies and nobody.
Yeah, well, that's what I like about
seriously
you.
and,
That's what I like about you.
you know.
But you know what? The down-to-earth superstar that is Mel B had to work with those people at the top of the tree. We're
No,
talking-
I made a wish list and they all fell for it and worked with me.
So basically, when you mapped out your album,
Yeah.
you thought I'd like to work with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis,
Cisco, Rodney Jerkins.
and they all said yes.
Missy Elliott. Yeah, they all said yeah.
So tell me about Jimmy Jam and Terry. I mean, they do Janet Jackson.
I
for
know.
years and stuff like that.
I know.
And
They are, I mean, I walked into their studio and to see all those discs up on the wall, I was like, didn't realise you'd done all that. I felt, oh dear. But they're lovely people
Are
to
they?
work with. They make you feel at ease. They make you feel comfortable. You know, they're just like... And he brought his little kid in and he's like playing on the little thing that he had going on, and he's lovely.
And it was someone's birthday, right? So whose birthday was it?
It was his... I don't know if I'm allowed to say how old it is. His 40th birthday.
No, no one heard that.
And he had this big party at his house.
With Jimmy Jam?
Yeah, with Janet flew in and all this lot. And I got the one asked to sing Happy Birthday to him in front of Janet Jackson.
And we got a film of that.
With
No, we
the
haven't.
cake. I thought, because you know,
Really?
we're in America, the
Yeah,
cake's
yeah,
about
yeah.
that big. I'm going, Happy Birthday to Jimmy Jam. It all went a little bit wrong.
What was Janet like? Did you tilt to her?
I talked to her for about 2 seconds, and I think she was quite shy because she was
Yeah.
going through that funny phase with, is it Renee?
Elizondo.
Is it Elizondo? I thought
That's
it was
his
Renee.
surname, yeah, that's
Oh,
his
right.
surname.
Renee Elizondo.
That was her name, really, Janet Elizondo as well, really.
Was it?
Because they were
And
married.
it was
They didn't
going
tell
a little bit
anyone.
wrong.
They
Yeah,
didn't
they
tell
had the
us.
engagement rings on the
They
toes,
didn't even tell
they?
us at the lick. I
That's
mean, what's
strange.
that about? So anyway, we'll go to number 5. You can tell me more about Janet. Not only is Mel raising a child, she's completed a Spice Girl album, she's completed her own album, and she's had time to make a short film.
Yeah.
Now, after that Academy Award-winning Spice World movie that you made, what was that, Dylan? I told you he does. I told you he laughs, right?
That film was tongue-in-cheek.
Je regrette rien. Tell us about your short film, Fish.
Yeah. I am a woman from a council estate with the, you know, the stilettos, the socks, you know, how they, you know...
Is it a now film, not a 60s film or anything?
No, it's a now film. And I work at a fish market, and my boyfriend owns the fish market, so I have to wear the gloves and I have to gut all the salmon and stuff. And I have a 14-year-old son who doesn't really fit in with society because he's mixed race. This is why the film appealed to me so much. And so he takes on board this little fish, and he really identifies with it because this fish sticks out from all the other fish. And you'll have to actually watch it to see what I'm talking about. It's one of those weird, like, you know, like documentary, filmy kind of spiritually...
With a message.
Yeah.
Watch out for that film. And also, your boyfriend, Max, old mate of mine, old Max Bees, he's doing a movie himself right now, isn't he?
He is.
With a friend of the lick.
Who's that then?
Mariah Carey.
On fire!
But, you know, Mel's mobile's on right now, just in case he needs to speak to her in the middle of filming.
No, apparently she's lovely. Apparently she's really sweet.
She is.
Love to meet her.
We love Mariah, but we're just letting you know. We're letting you know. We know, right? OK, here's number 3 on the chart. We know, don't we? Anyway, that's the end of part 2, but fear not, we'll be back with the rest of the chart, and there'll be more from the shy and reserved, very retiring Mel B, yeah. It's very true. She's
I'm going to be more like Word now.
Sweetie girl next door.
Word.
Welcome back to the last part of the Lick Chart with me, Trevor Nelson, and my lovely co-host. She could go far, Mel B. You never know. What'd you do again for a living, babe? Oh, tell me off.
Pum!
OK, Mel, now we always ask our guests to actually grace my studio a few questions to get to know you a little bit better.
Go on.
And I'm sure you've been asked before. Now, black or white colour? Would you like wearing most? Come on!
Well, black's more
No,
flattering.
play the game. I said black or white.
Probably black, because
There you
it's
go,
more
stop.
flattering.
One word answer.
Okay.
God, you're difficult. Lisa Left Eye Lopez or Jennifer Lopez?
Lisa Left Eye.
OK, hot or cold? What the hell's that mean?
Hot. That's what my album's called, Hot.
New York or LA?
Oh, New York.
Straight or curly?
Ooh, curly.
We like you straight sometimes as well, though.
Yeah, but it takes ages.
I didn't... One word, babe.
Looks good,
One
though.
word. Craig David or Eminem?
Craig David!
Finally, Yorkshire pudding or rice and peas?
Yorkshire pudding, sorry.
It's number 2 in the
With a
chart.
side bowl of rice, chicken and peas.
Get back there. Oh,
You just nutted my head.
are we ready? Are we rolling?
Go! Ooh, you smell nice, Trev.
Thanks, babe. Yeah, here we are. Anyway, I'm going to throw to the recap right now before we play this week's number 1 video. Do you like my ear? Before we go to this week's number 1, we've just got enough time to thank Mel B for dropping by. Thank you, Mel B.
Trevor,
And why haven't you been to one of my lick parties in such a...
I went to one in Leeds.
With
and
your whole
it was
family?
Wicked. My mum, Charlotte, Danielle, everyone.
I had that silly hat on though, didn't I? It was awful.
No, I liked it.
I really, it was my
liked
disguise.
it.
Anyway, thank you very much, Mel.
Thank you.
Part 3 to come.
Yes.
See you next week anyway. Here's number 1. Come here.
It's me, I'm number 1.
Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday, and on Thursday and Friday.
Okay, will Craig
David!
be able to hold on for yet another week, or will he be knocked off the top by a new challenger? Find out in less than an hour as we bring you up to date with the UK's definitive R&B chart. Before we get going, we have a special co-host.